Yo, what's good, PIP and DIP family? First of all, I want to say thank you for over 200 people in the free Telegram chat. If you're not already in it, make sure you go join. I'll leave the link in the description. And also, thank you for over 100 subs on YouTube. You guys mean the world to me. So, I'm going to show you guys this crazy breakdown video, how you could have scaled in to get 250 times your risk on this, and how I was able to call a 1 to 70 on GBP Chief in my free chat. Okay? So, first of all, there's a lot of premises behind this trade as to why I held it this long. So I'm going to bring it back and we can look at it like this, right? So first of all, we have this hour order block that was just barely tapped into over here, right? So that's giving me confirmation that we want to go all the way back down to where price came from. Okay, now another thing is we have all this liquidity sitting at these 3 points of the market. Not only that, but we have some imbalance in areas like here and in areas like here. So towards my higher time frame, I can see that we need to come back down, right? So now what I'm waiting on is to see Asian session get broken to the upside. I'm going to just skip one time and then I'm going to go straight down to my 5 minute. Okay, so this is exactly where I want to be, right here. So right here, we barely wicked out of Asian session, right? And now I'm waiting for a break of structure towards the downside over here. So now, playing it. Now you can see right there we broke structure. I'm going to show you. My order blocks, I want to look something like this. So I want it to be a nice candle, have a nice body, and then I want it to have a wick on both sides. So let's just remove this. I want it to have a nice wick on both sides. Just like that. So this 5 minute doesn't have a wick on both sides. So I go down to the 4 minute and I really like how this one looks. So I use this as my order block. Okay. So now at this point I have my limit set. And as you can see in my chat, my entry was 146 and my stop loss is 192. Boom. And now I'm setting my take profit all the way down to where price just came from, right? I'll check this out. So we're on the 5 minute. We just got tapped into, and price begins to melt. Now price is going down, and over here, you can see this candle creates like a nice curve upwards, and then price continues downwards from there. So right here, we've just created a really nice supplier demand zone, you know? And then put our short position right here. We have limits set right here. Okay. And now we're going to wait to see if we get tapped into this one or not. And we'd be running the same take profit. So far, this is a 1 to 34.5, and this is a 1 to 72. Now price is doing its own thing. Price keeps moving. And if we don't get tapped into, that's fine. But right there, we just got tapped into. Now let's see how price reacts in this area. Wants to push a little higher. And now we have this low over here. So now I'm waiting to see if we possibly break this low. Maybe we can get another entry in on this trade. Right? And just like that, now we've tapped under that low. And I can mark up this area and put another limit right here on this order block with the same idea of I'm targeting all the way down here. Now at this point, since we have entries in this area, you could put this trade's stop loss to over here. You can match it with that stop loss. And now that this trade has a stop loss that's an entry that could cover both of these trades if they get stopped out. Okay, and now price is starting to stagger. And if I want to catch another entry, I'm going to show you on the 1 minute right here, we're going to look for a supply zone to be formed. So price is moving. It just tapped into this supply zone. So if we break under, now I'm going to set limits based off of this supply zone because I wasn't taking a blind entry, but there's a confirmation. So we have a supply zone over here that gets tapped into and continues structure down, which would form another supply zone. So there, price breaks under. Now we can put our entries right there. limits over here. Super small stop. Same take profit. And that's a 1 to 114. So now you have a 1 to 114, you have a 1 to 50, you have a 1 to 35, and you have a 1 to 72. So you've got like over 250 times your risk right there, which is insane. And look, already, let me zoom this in. You can see we're already tapped in. And you can even have placed another entry right there if you wanted to, off of another supply zone that kept getting tapped into. And at this point, every single time we form a supply zone lower, you can put your stop losses to the stop loss of that supply zone. So at this point, like essentially all your trades should have stop losses and profit. So even if it goes against you, you still made some money. So this is a 1 to 119. This is a 1 to 114. Those two alone are 200. And then you have a 34 and a 70 and a 50. This is a so this is 350 that you could have potentially caught on this. Then at this point, price just starts melting and melting and melting. And so you can see price gave you so many opportunities to hop in. I'm not saying you were going to catch all 350, but price gave you continuous times that you could have hopped in. Maybe you missed this entry. So if you were patient, you could have caught this demand zone. If you missed that demand zone, you could have caught one of the two supply zones formed on the 1 minute. And look, price just straight melts. And it's that premises of we have the imbalance over here. We have all the liquidity sitting here. We have price reach this area off the break of structure from that order block. So it's most likely going to push all the way back down there. And watch. Let's just up the time frame because I'm going to get to it. You can see price keeps melting, keeps melting, keeps melting. Just go to the hour at this point, right? And you can see it literally slaps the take profit, like wicks right through it. So all these trades just slap take profit. And the only reason why it says close because we're on the higher time frame. But every single one of these essentially went no drawdown, just straight sniped and went to take profit. So you had a 1 to 114, a 1 to 49, a 1 to 34, and then you had a 1 to 119, and you had a 1 to 72. So all these combined could have given you like a year's worth of freaking trading money. Like, and all this is just off one pair in 1 day. Like you could have caught all those entries off of 1 day. Like from the start to here, that's 8 hours. I mean, just to catch all your entries and then leave it running. And by the time it hits a start to take profit, that's 1 day and 3 hours. So 1 day and 3 hours to catch potentially, even if you caught the very worst one, you just caught 35 times your risk. So if you risk $100, you just made $34.50, you know, for the 34.5 times your risk. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are rocking with me, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And make sure you guys join the free chat because I call really good trades. I didn't call the scale-ins in the chat, but I called this original 1 to 70. And then it ran amazing. The scale-ins are a little harder to call for the chat because they're smaller stop losses, but that's why I make these videos for you guys so you guys can understand how to do it and then spot them and catch them yourself. So that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Peace out.